Who that family? Check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shop and who that too.
You're listening to the Pelicans post-game report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Hammonds have Japanese. Coach, congrats. Your team took a huge stand tonight. What does that 29-14 run to close this game say about your squad's resiliency?
Yeah, look, I've been talking about that all year, and certainly we've had a lot of games we haven't finished well and everything else. But for this team, it really is just about how well we play or don't play in situations. Like, you know, we're coming off a loss last night that was a bad loss, and we had to talk about it last night. Like, I said, it'll come down to whether we play well or not. It's not like our team's going to die or let go of the rope. They haven't all year. You guys have watched it. It's a resilient group. You know, it's the third time in the last 5 or 6 games that we've made really good comebacks late. You know, Denver, Minnesota tonight. I mean, this is a group that fights. Last night we took a beating, but we came right back tonight and got down, 9 in the second half and just kept fighting. So really happy for our guys and really, really proud of them.
Indeed. The defense on Steph really seemed to change second half. He had his way first half, but especially in that fourth quarter. How did you approach that differently?
Well, we really didn't approach it differently. We just keep playing hard. And, he played 37 minutes. He's on back-to-back like a lot of guys are. And he was tired. That probably helped too. But everybody on both teams was tired. So, it's not like he was the only guy out there tired. But, we didn't really try to do anything differently. And, we just fought hard. We came up with that huge loose ball, I thought, where we got the clear path foul was really what decided the game, and it's one of the things we talked about today. It's not all about numbers. So by the numbers, Zion didn't have a huge game for him. He really didn't. He was only 8 for 17 from the floor and he had 6 turnovers. But that loose ball is a winning basketball play. And that's what we talked about today was, over these last 7 games, counting tonight, we want to focus on playing winning basketball. And we talked about taking care of the ball, only 12 turnovers tonight. We talked about our defensive commitment. We talked about getting back, which was a lot better tonight. So we didn't necessarily play pretty basketball. We didn't necessarily play real well at times. But we made more winning plays tonight than we did last night. And so that's stuff that we can control. And I was proud of our guys and really, really happy for them tonight.
Well, along those lines, Coach, you say it all the time. Shots are going to fall sometimes, night after night. And you only shot 40% tonight from the field, but you talked about it. Only 7 points off turnovers for Golden State. And even though you didn't shoot the ball particularly well, you didn't hurt yourself by giving it up.
Yeah, it's such a big thing. I mean, it's a lot bigger than people think. People always look at shooting, and certainly shooting's important, but the most important thing in offensive basketball, and probably the most important thing in defensive basketball, is take care of the ball. Don't turn it over. Don't give the other team opportunities. And so we did a lot better job of that tonight.
We also had Zion on our post game. It was very interesting that he said that Lonzo texted him last night and said he was going to come back and have a big game. Just for Lonzo to bounce back after a tough shooting night tonight and absolutely come up huge tonight for you.
Yeah, absolutely. He was huge and, made the big free throws late. And I've talked about this several times this year. I got great respect for players who go to work and improve their weaknesses, And so last year he made a big jump in 3-point shooting, but still shot 58% at the free throw line. Now he's up around 80%. And he went up there with so much confidence at the end tonight and just knocked down free throws because he's worked on that. And when you work on something that much and you get good at it, you're going to have great confidence. And so what that guy has done with his shooting over the past 2 years and the time he's been here, 3-point shooting and then free throw shooting, I mean, it's phenomenal. It really is phenomenal what he's done, and he deserves a ton of credit for that.
What does it say about this team that you guys were able to pull out that game, without two starters? I mean, you guys were short-handed there in the fourth quarter and still got done.
Yeah, and then the problem was, too, Jackson, I know, was tired. He played a long stretch, and I thought he played well. But I had set Billy for so long, I just didn't want to throw a cold guy into the game at that point. We probably would have used Wes Iwundu a little bit, but he wasn't available tonight for shoulder stuff. So, we just went with a few guys. And if you look, other than Brandon, I mean, our starters really outplayed their starters tonight. They got back in the game with the bench and stuff, as you can see on the plus minuses. But, we're plus 15 with Zion, plus 12 with Lonzo, plus 11 with Bled. So those guys played really well, and they had to play big minutes. And, but it's the first time in 5 weeks that we get 2 days in between games. So we played 20 games in 34 days. This was the 5th game in 7 days for us. So it'll make tomorrow feel even better to be able to rest.
For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. Big ups to the Flock fam in the building on this one, man. Listen, this was a good win. And, of course, like I've always said, man, you got to be able to understand how the Pelicans work. And after what happened yesterday, I knew that the Pelicans would come out with a better outing. And they did so, man. Very good win by the Pelicans in this thing. Very good win here. We have another matchup with Golden State on the 14th of this month. 2 days before I think the 16th ends is the final game of the regular season. We have them on the 14th, so we got to get that one to NG State. So it's going to be fun going and watching that. DC, what's going on, fam? Thank you for joining the show tonight. Much love to the flock.
What's up?
Big ups to the entire flock. Thank y'all for being here too. Much love to Jay Black, Kenneth Barnes, Big Jedediah, Tramal, Pelicans SZN, Simply Tasha, Mr. 100, Melanin Guy 504, GM Kev. Who else we got? Games, Trey Joseph, Jason. Let's see who else we got. Big ups to you, fam. Desmond Harrison, big ups to you, fam. Jabari, good to see you in the chat, Jabari. Jasper, what's up, Jasper? I am Groot is in the building. Kendall Jones Sr., what's up, brother? How you doing? Brother Jerry is in the building. Official Bad Mother Shucker is in the building. What's up, fam? All right, B. McCray, what's up, B. McCray? And all of the flockers in the building. Much love to you guys. Thank y'all for joining us. State of the Pelicans as well. What's up, DJ? and all the family members. Appreciate y'all on the victorious Pelican Post Game Report. Pels get revenge on Golden State, 108-103 DC. What do you like about this one, bro? This actually turned out to be a pretty good game, man. Pelicans got this stuff. It wasn't perfect, but it was good to see them respond in kind and get a good win, bro.
Oh, most definitely, man. I enjoyed this game. That was the number one thing. We didn't get ran over. It was watchable. We played and we played hard this whole game, man. And they came out with the win after Steph Curry literally shot the lights out. But we still came out with the win. Uh, Very impressed with their intensity. They were able to keep it up the whole game, and honestly, it cost us. I mean, you seen Steven Adams dive down, going do everything he could to save the ball, wind up getting hurt. I don't remember when Brandon Ingram got hurt, but he got hurt. Zion got hurt. Like all three of our starters got hurt. Zion came back though. Steven Adams and Bi wasn't able to, but they still went out there and got the victory. Man, they played, I guess, better team defense, because I can't say they played better defense on Curry. They did tighten up at a certain point. Bledsoe actually did play good defensively on Curry at a certain point, and they were able to keep it going, man, and kind of get on a little run. Lonzo was amazing. He goes for 7 points the other night, and I'm saying he shouldn't take that many shots. Well, if he's gonna play like this, he can take all the damn shots he wants. But it's an excellent win by the Pels, man, and I think this is something maybe they could use. They need to figure out how to stay consistent, because we see them do this, and then they go back, and then we see the other Pels. It's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing going on with them, and hopefully they're able to figure it out, man, because they got to go against, I believe, Philly up next,
Yep.
and that ain't no easy win. And I'm sure Philly still remembers how we beat them last time, man. We played excellent defense on them, basically held them under 100 points. So they gonna be ready to play.
Yeah, that's what's interesting about the whole matchup with Philly. And we'll get into that in the back end of the show when we do the preview for that upcoming matchup. Pelicans have a couple of games, days off to rest as they get ready to hit the road. 5 games in a row on the road with some very difficult teams. It started off with Philly, ending up with Golden State. And then in between, they got Dallas, Memphis, Charlotte with LaMelo back. So, I mean, even though at first the Charlotte game to me was looking a little, there might have been a really easy game, but not even that.
Nah,
So
that ain't gonna be easy.
everything is going to be difficult for the Pelicans, because that's the situation we collectively put ourselves in, and that's what we deserve to be. So we got to fight through everything. DC, Lonzo Ball in this one, a lot better performance. Passive aggressive, man. I mean,
Man, where's this guy been all season, man? I mean, we see him do it sometimes, but this is what I be meaning when I talk about him, man. Just his aggressiveness, even last game, I mean, he had 7 points, but the fact that he was being aggressive and trying to do stuff, you could see it helps the team a lot. You know what I'm saying? And when he knocking his shots down, bro, and don't let Eric Bledsoe play halfway decent. The Pels are something to be reckoned with, bro. If we could get Lonzo, I know he can't put up 30 every night, but if we could just get him to play with this type of aggressiveness, and he was even looking to attack the goal, man. He must have drove 5 or 6 times tonight. That you don't really do that all the time. It's just like a flip switch with him, bro. And I remember another time when they ejected Bi out of the game. I seen him do this.
he got upset. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he gets angry and that flip switches, man. I don't know, maybe we need to just talk shit about Zoe just so he can play better. Because obviously that's what LeVar Ball been doing to him, because when he get mad, it's like he turns into another guy, man. And I noticed him and Draymond Green out there going back and forth. I don't know if a lot of the family know that Lonzo Ball, a lot of times in the offseason, for whatever reason, I guess maybe because they clutching out, he go work out with Draymond Green. So Draymond probably told him something slick that got under his skin, pissed him off, and look what you got.
Well, I wish we play against Draymond every damn game if that's what it takes to get a light put up under Lonzo. 33 points tonight was a good staple point for him. He finished with 33 tonight in 34 minutes. Pretty good for Lonzo. 11 of 23 from the field, 7 of 13 from downtown. That was the biggest stat right there. The backcourt for the Pelicans, Bledsoe and Ball, produced DC. in this matchup that helps. Even the Bledsoe threw in 14 points in 34 minutes. He helped out while BI struggled. I had a pedestrian with 19 points. He had 13 points in 25 minutes, 5 of 15 shooting. Is Paul concerned about BI?
Something wrong with Bi, man. I mean, whatever his injury is, he might have been dealing with that for 3-4 games now, for all we know, man. He looked kind of off, and you remember I was saying that it was a point where he became like way more efficient, started taking better shots and everything. And then he had that 3 for 12 game, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just been off ever since. So I mean, the man might be dealing with an injury, bro.
Yeah, I was looking at it like that. The last game, he wasn't. It didn't look good. This game here, he was in 25 minutes in there, so that's tough. But hopefully, but over the next couple of games, you'll see some NAW perhaps, and of course toward the back end of the season, Josh Hart as we get closer to the playoff push. But yes, Bi is just simply not looking like what he's looking. But anyway, we're gonna get into the statistical breakdown on the show momentarily. DC, yeah, that's very true, man. I was looking at it while I was doing the Big Low show, watching it on my second stream. I was like, man, what's going on with Bi, man? What's the deal with that? So something he had 13 points in 25 minutes tonight. But let's hit the team
And
statistics.
he don't never have back-to-back bad games, man. So
Yeah,
something up
something's
with him.
going on, right? So let's hit the team statistics here. As you can see, Pelicans improved to 30 and 36. That's right. Your Pelicans have won 30 games. Now we play 66 contests. Pelicans are 30 and 36, 18 and 17 at home. But anyway, let's get into the
Oh,
statistics of the day.
we 2 games closer to the Spurs, right? Because I know they
They
got beat
lost 2, huh?
yesterday. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. Did they play today?
I
I
don't
didn't
think
check the
so.
scores today.
I don't. I'm gonna have to look at the statistics, but looking at it though, field goal percentage. You take a look at it. 39 of 37 for the Pelicans, 40.2% shooting from the field. They were 12 of 30, a better outing than what they were last game. 40% tonight from downtown. 20 of 53 for the Golden State Warriors with 30, almost 38%. 39 of 30 of 93 for the Golden State Warriors, so almost 42% from the field. Charity stripe. Pelicans
God
got
damn.
Pelicans got 22 attempts at the line and converted almost 82% of their free throws. That's what I'm talking about. When you fundamental, even though they got to work on the defense, but and they're working with that, but you can help free throw shoot. You don't need the coaches to tell you to get out there and practice
I
shoot those
think
free throws.
Zion kind of leads the charge on that, man, because he only missed one today, and it just seems like when he shoots good, the rest of the team shoot good for some reason.
Golden State only got 7 foul attempts at the line, 5 of 7, 71.4 shooting. Pelicans 22 times they got there, 82%. I love it. 57 to 48 on the rebounds total. 28 assists, almost 30 assists. Pelicans were circulating the ball. Steals, Pelicans won a steal battle 10 to 7. Warriors won a block battle 9 to 3. 18 turnovers by Golden State Pelicans, only 12. 7 points off of those 12. 19 points off turnovers by Golden State Warriors. 12 fast break points versus 9 advantage Pelicans. And they outdueled them in the paint. 44 to 36, largest lead with 8 by the Pelicans, 9 by Golden State Warriors. Talk to me about these team statistics, DC.
Oh man, it's very simple, man. It's one statistic that defines it all, bro, and that's 18 and 12. We had 12 turnovers tonight, Big Q. They had 18. More times than not, we all know when the Pelicans keep that turnover number around 12 to 14, and then they can force turnovers on the other team, we win those games, bro. Just bottom line. So that just comes from having tenacity. They was out there fighting. They played good D man. They was getting their hands in the passing lanes, and they actually they had stretches. I mean, Curry was on fire at points, but they had stretches of actually forcing the ball out of his hands and having him a little flustered. We didn't see that at all last game. So the fact that they were able to put a bunch of people in front of him and have it hard for him to pass, and they kind of didn't overreact to Draymond Green all the time like they did last game. It helped a lot, man. And you saw a lot of balls go out of bounds. You saw guys forcing stuff at times. And you saw the Pels getting their hands in the passing lanes and stealing a lot of passes too. So that was the game, man. This game was won on the defensive end. Lonzo Ball had an amazing game offensively. Zion did his thing as usual, even though I had some knots in my stomach watching Draymond actually play the best defense I've ever seen anybody play on Zion. for about a good 5 minutes. So I ain't gonna overreact to that. But he put it to where Zion couldn't go left, man. He had Zion scared to go to the left. You know what I'm saying? And
Took his left away from him. Yeah.
yeah, he took it away from him, and he was kind of hesitant. But Zion made the most of it, bro, and he still was making plays. So got to commend him for that.
Yep, it was good, man. Despite that, and that's just a part of Zion's game, that he's going to get better. He got Hall of Famers asking him to work with him for free. Karl Malone, I think he takes advantage of that in the offseason, working with Karl Malone, and I think he takes that offer. But looking at the individual statistics ahead, Zion with 23 points in 37 minutes with 8 of 17 from the field, 7 of 8 from the charity stripe, which is a positive, a double-double, almost a triple-double for Zion, 23 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals in the matchup as well, plus 15 on the plus minus. Major impact, 23 points for him, but the top dog was Lonzo. 33 points in 34 minutes, 11 of 23, 7 of 13 from downtown. He was on. 4 of 4 from the charity stripe, 33 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists in the matchup, and 1 steal for Lonzo Ball, who's really the player of the game in this one.
Yeah.
He was excellent, man. Defense and offensive game, plus minus, plus 12 for him. He ran this thing. Eric Bledsoe even contributed a respectable amount of points tonight, 14 points for Eric Bledsoe in
And
34
she played
minutes.
decent, bro.
5-11. Yeah, that outing was, if you had an ounce of heart in your body, you had to step up and play after what the Pelicans did yesterday. They had to,
Yeah.
and they showed some pride. Ingram, of course, we talked about Ingram, 13 points in 25 minutes, 5 of 15, 3 of 5 from downtown. Despite his struggles, he still was 3 of 5 from downtown. Finished with 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and he had 13 points in the matchup. Would be interesting to see if BI what's going on with him. We don't need him down the stretch. Najee Marshall off the bench gave 10. He was the only double-digit scorer off the bench. Jackson Hayes had 8 points and 9 rebounds. Najee finished with 10 points, 7 rebounds, and a couple of assists in 23 minutes of action. Then, of course, you see James Johnson start, 6 points, 5 rebounds, a couple of assists in 23 minutes. He was 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from downtown, 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. And KLJ got some weak minutes. Him and Nunnally got some minutes out there. They didn't score at 8 point at all. And then you look at what happened with Golden State. It was pretty much Steph Curry, 37 minutes. He still got his shots. He had 9 rebounds in the matchup, but didn't. But the difference is, if you look at their side of things, even though Draymond had 7 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists, it wasn't the same as they weren't circulating the ball. Pelicans had a better outing, defensively speaking, even though Wiggins put up 26 points in the matchup. They still lose 108-103. A good win. They go on the road against Philly. DC, individual statistics. Talk about those.
Well, I mean, the man of the hour, Lonzo Ball, bro. But the most shocking thing about his individual statistics to me is the fact that Zion had more assists than him. That's very shocking. But at the same time,
Yeah,
it's positive because it shows you that Zoe feels he can score the ball. You know what I'm saying? And my biggest thing with him, what I would see a lot of times, I thought he deferred too much. I know he's pass happy and he likes to get guys involved, but I always thought he deferred a little too much with him being 6'6" and just to attack the rim. I know his layup game needed a little work, but still just attack the rim. You could get fouls, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And this game, we saw him do that. And you see a guy, he didn't just stand back there and shoot 3-pointers. I mean, he shot 13 of them, but he had 10 other attempts that came from all over the court. And that's when you know he's doing something way different than what he's done. Because if we can get him to score on all 3 levels, and you got Zion and Ingram, man, you got something there, bro. You really got something there. All they would have to do at that point is just figure out the defense and how to be consistent. That's our biggest problem, just being consistent. So with him dropping 33, I want to see what he's going to do that next game. You know what I'm saying? That next game, I want him to at least get about 18. I know he ain't going to get 33, but give me 18, give me 17. You can't come out and have 8 points, the next game, because sometimes Lonzo does that. But the other guy, man, that shocked me was Eric Bledsoe, man. Eric Bledsoe got 14 points out there. You know what I'm saying? He was running around on Steph Curry, causing havoc for him actually at when that was about third quarter and some of the fourth quarter. I know Alonzo was on him a lot in the beginning. Curry was getting it cooking early, bro. But after he shot the damn lights out, it was all downhill from him for after that, bro. So Bledsoe though, I thought he played a decent game. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely hit a real clutch shot down the stretch with inside about a minute and 30. You know, when everybody was locked up and they kind of left him open, hoping he would miss. He walked it in there, didn't settle for that 3-pointer, hit a little floater, man, to put us up too. So, you know, shout out to Bledsoe. He actually played decent. Got to give him props when he do good. And Zion, man, Zion was doing Zion things. I thought he looked very impressive until he got hurt. Obviously, he came back. You could see it was a little rough for him, but he thugged it out. Got some big rebounds. Definitely made some good defensive plays. I love the intensity I saw from Zion defensively tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's always a thing we would complain about with him, and you kind of see him turning it up a notch, trying to get these wins. So his stats ain't the best, but he did have 7 assists tonight. I love to see that when he gets 7, 8 assists. Those games we don't usually lose. Oh yeah, and Najee Marshall, man, them 10 and 5 was crucial. That Najee Marshall gave us, man, and the defensive intensity, just the hustle, the steals that he got, man. That guy is awesome, bro. I mean, I love him in our rotation. I'm real curious to see what this looks like with Josh Hart and James Johnson and all of them guys coming off the bench.
Big Jedediah said the show has been compromised. Y'all giving too much praise to Bledsoe.
God damn, the man he hit a shot tonight to help us win the game, bro. I'm not supposed to mention that. Boy, I remember when he took that shot at the end of the game and he missed that shit, the air ball or whatever. D Rose blocked it. Boy, we gave Eric Bledsoe all type of shit.
Yeah, that's a part of it, man. You know, the good and the bad, but a lot of people just
You
seen
got
so
to you
much.
got to get a man. You got to get a man props when he play good. Come on, man. We even do that with PJ, bro. When PJ make a play and he call somebody to get a fumble or something, or he get his little lucky interception, we give him props. Come on, man.
That
How
we
you,
do. That we do.
you
That
can't
we
you
do.
can't down them when they play bad, and then when they do something good, you don't say shit. That ain't right.
Well, you might have a point on that, DC, because sometimes I'll be guilty of not giving PJ Williams his credit when he
It's
mistakenly
all
advanced
gonna
the
go
ball.
away. Q. They put PJ at safety. They put him at safety.
You got to
Q.
cover sometimes, bro. D
He,
Jones, big
he ain't
ups
got
to
to
you,
cover
fam.
nothing with them cornerbacks we probably gonna have, bro. It's gonna make it
No,
easier for him. You just
we
need him
shall
to tackle.
we shall see.
He can tackle somebody if they get loose. We know PJ can do that.
D Jones, what's up, fam? Go Pels to D Jones. Tragic 504 Jogger 1981. What's up, fam? Big ups to you.
God
John
damn, J
Thompson, big
Black.
ups to you. Let's see who else we got there. Give a shout out to the rest of the family members. What's up, Nola Dankin? What's
Nola,
up, fam?
Nola,
Good.
Nola, baby, Kevin Clooney,
Kevin Conley, what's up, Kevin?
Conley. That's
Josh,
my
what's up,
name.
Josh? Good to see you in the building as well, fam. Big ups to you as well. So and like we said, man, this was a nice win, man. And we moving forward now because next up on the horizon is Philadelphia. That's the next team. Jay Black says, Big Q, you said play KLJ over Bledsoe. Bledsoe better than KLJ. All right, I hear you, brother. I hear you, brother. I don't
Bledsoe
agree.
played better defense than KLG.
Yeah, but listen,
I agree with that, but
I think he's a bad fit for the team.
KLJ
Over,
is awesome, man. When he get the minutes and he's
I'm
able
talking
to
about
keep his
Bledsoe.
rhythm. Now I'm talking about KLJ. I ain't talking about damn Bledsoe no more. Y'all know already try to say the man be cash apping me and shit.
So I mean, yeah, but Jay Black says he's better. So okay, Jay Black, I got you, fam. All right. So with that being said,
Defensively, you don't agree with that, Q though?
defensively, yes, but he's saying better, like overall better. Defense is one aspect of the game. That guy is really inconsistent. In most of the times he doesn't bring his defense with him. Even when he's struggling offensively, Bledsoe's defense is wanting, which means that and that's his staple, playing defense, even when his shot's not falling. Attacking the cup is what Bledsoe do. He built like a small bouncer built for a small bouncer for the nightclub. So you ain't getting in the club that night but it's all predicated on his defense, on his confidence level. If his confidence is whining and his offensive shots not falling, the defense is supposed to carry the day for him. Too many times I've seen Bledsoe's defense fail us. And you didn't even have to go that far back, except for last night to watch his defense fail against Steph Curry, which should have been a challenge he should have been ready to take on Steph Curry. You know, you got the chef ahead of you. You gotta get ready for that. You gotta psych yourself up, do whatever you got to do. But it's just watching his play. Bledsoe don't really want to be here, and he knows that the city don't really like him. He got terrible career lows and every damn thing. He shows up every 3 or 4 games, defense in tow, offense missing at times, not passing up on wide open shots, not
But see,
confident.
what he
All that's
don't
part of the
understand
game,
about
bro.
us, bro, like we love a guy like Kenny Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy came out there and hustled. Even if he wasn't making shots and doing, we love that guy because he was leaving it all out there on the floor. So I mean, man, we respect effort, we respect energy. If you bringing it all the time, leaving everything out there, and just not doing the most dumbest shit in the world, like I mean, how can they know not love you, man? We ain't hard on people like that, bro. We just don't like boneheaded mistakes, and we don't like lackluster ass play. Play like you're making all the goddamn money you're making.
Yeah,
But
yeah, right,
he did tonight. He did
right tonight,
tonight.
and I agree with you,
We
DC.
gotta
He
hope
did
for
tonight
it again when we play
against Philly
Philly. Yeah.
because guess what? He gonna have more than likely he got a stiff competition against Philly. So I mean, we gotta bring it.
Kid Boss said Bledsoe built like a drug dealer actor.
I mean, the Mr. mentality, man. He's built like a brute, but his game is not brutish. And his confidence is not there. In many of these games, and it's a shame because when he plays, he's a pretty good defender when his mind is right. But even though you look at KLJ, no, KLJ's defense don't equal up to Bledsoe. No, it doesn't. But KLJ is not getting enough minutes to develop. And I was saying that early on in many of these games that Bledsoe was struggling, KLJ should have got an opportunity to play more. We didn't see that. I also would say that the Pelicans would do
He was
better.
0 for 5 tonight, bro. So
He's
after
struggling,
them
man.
7 minutes, they
But see,
pulled him.
I'm still gonna say that he's a rookie, and you
He a
got.
little bit of a slump right now, though,
I
too,
mean,
man.
right? But I'm still in all. He's a rookie. He got to work that on. You talking about a guy you going against?
Well, I mean, you need every game, bro. They really time to let him.
But that
work.
DC. But that how many times you seen KLJ sit his ass on the bench when he should have been playing? When
A
when
lot.
he had him sitting, he set him for majority of
That's
the
the
season.
reason the man in the slump right now. In my
That's what
opinion.
I'm saying. You need it. That's what I was saying. If you go back and listen to the Pelican post game, but we ain't saying too much different. I mean, I was saying, listen, you won't play these guys early on, so you have them ready for the season later on when you're going to need them. Now you need him now. He still is a lot of games where he just didn't get the opportunity to play.
Hold up, Big Q. Jay Black has a request. We might have to go through some game notes or something, bro. He said, "Show me a game where Kyra played better than Bledsoe." Can you believe this shit?
Bro, I'm not even Jay Black. Much love to you, brother.
He got a couple of games, player. Unless you just
What's
won't
up,
gauge
Danny?
it off of only what he doing on the defensive end, because I'll agree at times
He
Kyra
said
can be a liability
Jay
on
Black
defense
said he's
sometimes.
better than him overall, offense
Nah.
and defense. He's a better player.
Nah.
So I mean, that's his staple. That's his opinion. So that's why I say, okay, Jay Black, you feel like
You got to gauge it off of minutes too, Jay Black. If you just looking at like the minutes Bledsoe play, and I guess his stats based on him. Man, look, KLJ don't never get over 17 minutes. The man had a couple of games where he probably had 23, 19 points and all that in 17, 18 minutes. Shit, we'd be happy when Bledsoe do that when he got 35 minutes.
I'm saying, bro. Listen, the guy is neat. Like I said, with Stan Van Gundy, but one of the things I continue to hit on Van Gundy about is the fact that he needs to play consistent minutes to these young guys because you're gonna need them in the near future, this year and next year. You're building on something. The first round, these are not second round or undrafted players like a Najee Marshall or some of these are first round draft picks. You have draft capital placed on these guys. So you need, if you want to see a successful team, all of these first round picks, including Zion, who's balling, but NAW, Jackson Hayes, KLJ, all these guys need minutes to develop. These are first round draft picks. And Bledsoe's not going to even be on his goddamn team next year. I mean, he doesn't fit with what they're doing. He's not there all the time. Offensively, defensively is a staple point, hit or miss on that. I mean, his confidence is waning. His numbers is down. He's scared that he's passing up on wide open shots at time. He's not shooting confident 3-pointers. None of that. It's not happening. But I mean, if you feel that he's better than them, that's fine, man. That's totally fine. I have no qualms about it. We'll leave that alone.
Well, but Bledsoe is, in my opinion, is just more experienced than Kyra. I mean, he a rookie. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's what they alluding to. He probably knows more, obviously, but talent wise, Kyra got him all day, man, all day.
All right, let's move on to the next matchup. We'll be going up here. We're going to start off with the Philly. This is the next matchup. This happens on the 7th. A few days away. The Pelicans have a couple of days worth of rest. 6:00 tip-off time Central in Philly. 44-21 are the Philadelphia 76ers. 25-7 at home, DC, so they don't often lose there. Pretty good record there. Pelicans 12-19 on the road, 30-36, and chasing down those Spurs. Zion averaging over 27 a game, 27.1 to be precise, while shooting 61.4 from the field. Joel Embiid is their top dude, 29 points a game, 51% from the field. Top rebounder is Steven Adams, just under 9. Embiid's almost 11 a game, and the top assist man, Ball with 6 and Simmons with 7. So very interesting. We take a look at the injury report. You see Adams is there. He's listed as out, with Silva listed as out, Didi Luzada. Ingram is day-to-day. So it'd be interesting to see if he plays in this game. He have a couple of days off. We'll see. Because, man, whatever's going on with him, he doesn't look effective, especially over the last couple of games. Something's going on there. And then Korkmaz is out for Philly, but their big stars are going to play in this one. Pelicans 115.2 average per game, giving up 115.1, 48.2 on the field goal percentage, 47.1 rebounds, 26.1 assists, 4.4 on the block, 7.5 on the steals. They just won one. They're 5-5 the last 10, 500 ball. Philly 113.6, giving up 109.4, 47.6 from the field, 45.4 on the rebounds, 23.4 on the assists, 6.3 on the blocks, 9.2 on the steals. Winners of 5 in a row, 6-4 over the last 10. 5 straight wins by the Philadelphia 76ers. The latest victim was the Chicago Bulls, 106-94. They were able to take care of the Spurs in overtime, and 2 wins over Atlanta and OKC. 5 straight wins by Philly. They're feeling real good. Of course, the Pelicans just got the win over Golden State, the revenge game right there. As we look, and of course, the Pelicans did beat them early on, 101-94. This is the closeout game right here. We really need this matchup here. Would help a lot. As you can see in the Atlantic, Philadelphia is the top team, a game and a half past Brooklyn.
They needed to stay up there.
Stay up there, right? In Brooklyn, New York chasing them as well with 37-28. They're 3 games back of them. As New York is relevant, you see what Boston is doing, is they're trying to climb into that thing as well. So really interesting to see as we get down to the get down, as they say. We take a look at the Philadelphia 76ers stats. You see Embiid is the top dude here in many of their statistical categories, 29 flat a game with 11 rebounds. There, he's their top dog. Tobias Harris averaging just under 20 points, playing really well with him. 7 rebounds per contest, 3.6 on the assist. Simmons averaging 14.5 points with 7.4 rebounds, 7 assists for Big Ben Simmons. And then you see guys like Shake Milton, Seth Curry. We just got rid of Steph Curry. Now we got his brother Seth Curry averaging 12 a game. Shake Milton with 13 a game. Then see Danny Green with 9.5, stuff like that. So with that being said, we look at the depth chart for Philly: Simmons, Curry, Green, Harris, Embiid, Milton off the bench as well. Matisse Thybulle is there. Dwight Howard's coming off the bench. And, of course, George Hill, who's healthy. DC, a lot of talent there in Philly. This is a very good team. Like we said, they're 44-21. This is a playoff team, man. We got to beat this team to keep the pressure on Philadelphia.
We do.
How we get this?
Man, I'm going to hate to tell everybody this, and it's probably going to seem left field, but the X factor for us getting this victory is actually a guy who got hurt tonight, and Steven Adams. Because last time when Steven Adams matched up with Joel Embiid, he could not figure him out. Just couldn't do it. He was off. I guess you could say he had an off night. I feel like Steven Adams, the way he defended him, kind of threw his game off, because Joel Embiid is not like super athletic. We know Steven Adams knows where to be, how to be, when to be. Yep. And if he can do all of that and face up against a big that ain't crazy athletic, a lot of times Steven Adams give us success. He's not gonna lock down the paint against everybody, but if you put him in against a big like Joel, I think he could drastically take away from his game. And if he doesn't play, it's gonna be very difficult for us to get this victory. Not saying we can't do it and won't do it. It'll be very hard for us to do that. So
But
it all starts with Joel Embiid, in my opinion. First.
let me butt in there, DC, because you're right. It all runs through Joel Embiid. He has MVP statistics up here: 29 points a game, 11 rebounds. He doing it big this year, and that's what a lot of people seen in his game is that he's taking it to another level. Him and Big Ben Simmons. The killers that I think that we have to watch out for in this game to me is Tobias Harris. I'm just gonna keep it real.
That was my next guy.
Tobias Harris is the dude. Talk to me about Tobias Harris, neutralizing him to the best of our abilities, and of course, shooters like Curry and Green as well.
And Tobias Harris, he's a hell of a shooter in his own right,
Averaging
man,
almost 20 points a game, DC.
that's what he wants to do, man. He wants to isolate, shoot, catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying? He could take you off the dribble, take to the hole. I mean, he actually can play with his back to the basket too. He don't really have a lot of holes in his offensive game. He's not like a crazy big facilitator. That's probably the only thing you could say about him. He got a nice handle. Like this dude is a problem. Zion gonna have his hands full, as we seen last time, because nobody stopped Tobias Harris last time we played them, and I don't feel like we really have an answer for him this time either. But we definitely have to contain him. So you just a guy like that, man. He gonna get his buckets. He shows to me it's like a little shade of Carmelo Anthony. His game is kind of like that to me. Not saying he's Carmelo in his prime or nothing, but that's kind of the similar game he got, and he damn sure would be a poor man's Carmelo in his prime. So I actually like this dude. When he was a free agent, I was wanting the Pelicans to actually try and make a run at him, but I know it wasn't gonna happen. But man, this would be a tall order to stop him. And they got Seth Curry out there. If he hitting shots, man, you got to kind of pick your poison with these guys. And you still got Ben Simmons, who's a hell of a facilitator and actually wants to feed all of these guys. And then you still got to stop the ball because he'll kill you on a fast break or just getting to the rim. Almost kind of Zion like, actually, when he get downhill, ain't a lot of people could stop Ben Simmons either. So this we got to control the tempo against them, man. Speed it up, slow it down, and not let them dictate things. Because in my opinion, Philly is real good at doing that, and they're a balanced team. They can play fast, or they can play in the half court. So we got to kind of control the tempo of the game, check the temperature, and stay in control of it in order to get the victory.
Yeah, well said. To be honest with you, this is going to be a very important game. And Pelicans, I want a streak. I want to start building toward a streak right now. I really do. We need a streak here to close this. This is going to be difficult. This is a 5-game road trip at the back end of the season against some really tough squads, and then behind them they got a Charlotte squad followed by Memphis, Dallas, and then ultimately Golden State again to close out the road trip, and then we come home for one game against the Lakers. So if we're going to get there, and I really do believe we are, then we're going to see the best basketball the Pelicans can dial up over the next several weeks or so. Heading out now, the last game of the season, there's a flock of games heading into the last date, which is the 16th of this month. So by the middle of this month, the regular season will be over, and the Pelicans will be facing, their destiny. And while we're talking about destiny is in their hands right now to execute. We have everything in our hands, man. We can't afford to keep on playing lackluster basketball at these waning moments, DC. I'm going to put the schedule up so the family members can see what's remaining. We do this from show to show as we get ready to close the shows out. We do that from time to time. We'll start showing the schedule. As you can see right here, Philly is up next, and then Charlotte, Memphis, Dallas, and Golden State. That's all road games, fam. That's all road games. So DC, 3, 6, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games remaining, bro. We're down to 6 games in the regular season, DC. 6 games.
And then the crazy thing is, if we win all 6 of them, we will be exactly 500. That's crazy. But we got to get it.
That?
Yeah, we got to get this victory, man. I mean, your season is on the line, so pretty much every game at this point is a playoff game. I mean, we had one game I said we could lose when we first talked about the run, when we was looking at it, it's about 9 or 10 games. And they didn't already. They spoiled that chance. They gave that one game up against the Warriors. So you got to win the rest of them. You ain't really got no chance to, no wiggle room, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not anticipating on the Spurs losing all their damn games. I think they're gonna win some of them games, even though I know their schedule is pretty tough. You see the Warriors. We got to play them again. Uh, I don't think they're gonna lose a bunch of games to the next time we play them. We got a winnable game in Charlotte. Last time they kind of outperformed us, but I think we're actually better than Charlotte in my opinion. But Lonzo gonna have to bring it against his baby brother, so that game gonna kind of depend on. It's gonna be a battle of the balls. See who who come out on top. But we need this Philly game, man. This is a big game. It's gonna be a tough game because it's at their house. And last time we beat them, we was in the Smoothie King, put them in the blender, did our thing. But now we got to go up there where they at, man. So we should see this. Hopefully, we should see the same type of intensity that they had against the Warriors. And I think this game is a good warm up to how they're gonna have to play and treat those games. But the Warriors are actually a desperate team to also be in the play in itself. So they had that same intensity too. So I think that kind of added to a playoff type atmosphere. I don't know how that affects them going against Philly the next game, but they're gonna have to bring that same intensity even if Philly's not. Because I feel like Philly could just in they sleep, even when they regular season basketball without turning it up a notch, they still could beat us. You know what I'm saying? Well, we giving it all we got if they got it going. So we got to go in there and play like we already in the play-in. Like our mindset is we already in the play-in. We lose a game, we're eliminated. Should be the thinking. If the Pelicans win or lose, I'm a rock with them, but I'm a love them win or lose if I see them go out there and lay it all out on the court. Regardless of our commentary, I know we talk shit sometimes, but if they lay it all out on the court and they give it everything they got, man, you can't do nothing but love them. That's what I want to see these last 6 games, and I believe if they do that, they will go on a winning streak.
We'll see. They got a couple of days off after 2 series back-to-back matchup against a tough Golden State team that like to shoot the ball. Pelicans split with them 1-1. We'll see them again at the end of this road trip, and that's one we got to have. Memphis and Dallas, those teams ahead of us. The wins against both Philly. We know the Eastern Conference clubs, but getting a Philly win and a Charlotte win as Lonzo gets revenge against what LaMelo did to him in the first matchup. Trust me, it's on his mind. He's playing a lot better.
He lit him up.
Mind.
He warming up for his brother right now. Lonzo
Right.
might drop 40 on his brother, man.
He ready for him this time around as opposed to what we seen the last time around.
Hey, Big Q, another sidebar. We got 2 people coming up that we know Lonzo Ball work out with. So guess what? They have the ability to piss him off. He also works out with Ben Simmons in the offseason too. So hopefully he tell him some slick shit.
Right. I don't think that's not Ben Simmons' character type. He not much of a
He
shit
seemed
talker.
kind of like Lonzo Ball. He just
Right.
He not a nice guy, man.
Yeah, that's not much of his MO, but anyway, that's
maybe Joel Embiid piss him off via Ben Simmons. Maybe he'll make Ben Simmons say something slick.
Right. Maybe we need somebody to piss Lonzo off so we can have a performance like he did tonight.
Yeah, we got to figure out a way to keep Lonzo angry, family. Y'all, any suggestions in the chat? Y'all let us know.
Yeah, call his shoes ugly. Tell him he got an ugly shirt on.
He was calling his damn shoes ugly. I don't think that's gonna work, you. He got on JJ Redick podcast to talk shit about his own shoes. I don't think that's gonna work.
Oh man, that's the best I got right there, DC. Call his shoes ugly.
You talk about his outfits because he take pride in dressing.
I don't think that'll get him down either.
You don't think so?
Nah.
I don't want to get him down. I just want to get him mad.
I don't think that'll work, man. He's just laughing.
I like how he play when he's mad, man.
Yeah, that's that passive aggressive thing that we often mention in this game, man. If he could just flip that switch and leave it alone and just leave it on for the rest of the season, we'd be so happy.
We got to find a baby Lonzo Ball, man. Not Lonzo, LeVar Ball, and sign him to the team, man. Assistant, somebody. We got to find somebody who talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's
you don't want
Adonis Haslem on the bench or. No, we don't need the original. That's gonna cause too many problems.
Nah,
he gonna come in and be trying to get the man all out New Orleans.
Nah, he'll come in. He'll come
Zion with him.
Nah, he'll come into it and getting with it with Stan Van Gundy. That's the first person he would get into. He's telling, man, you use my son all wrong. You using him all wrong.
John
I know.
Thompson say, "Tell him his music sucks." That man, boy, artists is sensitive about their shit. That might work. That
Yep.
song was trash. I got to go listen to a bunch of it to talk bad about it.
The only one of the ones I heard that make pretty decent music is Dame Lillard. I heard some of his stuff. That's the only dude I heard that's actually pretty decent at what he did.
I heard some Alonzo songs. They weren't bad. I haven't heard a lot of them.
Would you produce them?
What you said?
Would you produce them?
What that got to do with anything?
I'm asking you a question. Would you produce them? You saying
Why?
that you like the songs?
What that mean? Well, I got to produce them. The man already got to produce them.
I'm saying, would you produce them if you like his songs? Why you running around? I'm asking you a question.
I ain't
Would you
running
produce
nowhere. I'm standing still right in front of the camera.
them? You don't want to answer the question. Would you produce them?
I'm trying to figure out what the question got to do with the the first question.
You know what it is because you don't want to answer it. You know what? You don't walk your ass down that road. That's why. Because you know what's coming after that. You're a smart man. I gotta give you that. You're a smart man. I have to fall for my tricks, man. You already know.
Hell, boy.
All right. So with that being said, fam, we're gonna tap out on that. Much love to the flock. Appreciate y'all chiming in on this episode, a victorious and happy episode. As the Pelicans get revenge on Golden State 108-103. In a couple of days, we'll travel to Philadelphia, take on the 76ers. 6 games remaining in the regular season for the Pelicans. As simple as that. The series is 6. We got to make it happen. We got to get these wins. And, of course, we do have room for error, but my mindset is win as many as you can because you never know. We've got teams ahead of us who are standing ahead of us who are imploding right now, losing matchups. We can get this victory against Memphis. They're ahead of us. Dallas is another team we have to look at. The Lakers on the back end of the season. Golden State's another big one. We got to get this other matchup with Golden State. When we go to Golden State, we got to get this one. But first and foremost,
doubt.
two Eastern Conference clubs, Philly and then Charlotte, we've got to get these wins to help us out as well to keep pace and push toward the play-in. Like I said, I think this team is a playoff team. I know they're a playoff team. It's 6 games to prove me or DC wrong here. I say the Pelicans make it happen. I say they step up. We will get Josh Hart toward the back end of the season, and they
say he was out for the season, but he should be back for the play-in.
So there you go. Okay, so there you go.
NAW could be back any game, really, family.
Right.
I don't know what the hold up is with him, but he's already like in warm ups. He's out there, fully dressed. So I'm guessing maybe another couple of games, maybe we might see him. So maybe the next time we play the Warriors.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, it's good news there. All right, DC, appreciate you dropping for another Pelican Post Game Report. Much love to the flock. Appreciate y'all joining us as well. Lion the Calvary, Damian Green, and all the rest of the family members. Thank y'all for popping in here. Pelicans know I see you, fam, and the rest of the fam. Much love to the flock. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you aren't a subscriber and join the flock. DC, you want to take us out with the phrase that pays?
Oh, yeah. So when they come up to you talking trash about your Pelicans, especially after watching this game, you look them in the face and you tell them, man, get the flock out of here and go flock yourself.
DC, very angrily phrase that pays tonight by DC. Very cocky.
Because I feel it tonight, Q. I ain't feel it last night. I wasn't that confident last night, man.
All right.
Get the flock out of here. How we got dominated, man.
Yeah, they told you to get the flock out of here.
I started talking to Miss Benson and said, you better get out of here. Benson, shut that shit down.
All right, fam. Thank y'all for chiming in. Much love to y'all. And we'll see you in a couple of days on the next Pelican Post Game Report. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and feel free to share the stream on your social media as well. DC, a good show, my friend. I'll peep you later. Peace.
You too, brother.